We're going to have some fun now because instead of making a speech, which I've been doing over and over and over, I want to take questions. Don't we like that, right? Okay. All right, let's start with this group right over here. Come on. Okay, this man, I like this guy.
I'm from White Plains. Amen. Okay. We have a problem in this country. It's called Muslims. We know our current president is one. Right. You know he's not even an American.
We need this
birth
question.
certificates,
This
man. But anyway, we have training camps growing where they want to kill us. Mm-hmm. That's my question. When can we get rid of
We're going to be looking at a lot of different things. And, you know, a lot of people are saying that, and a lot of people are saying that bad things are happening out there. We're going to be looking at that and plenty of other things. Go ahead.
I applaud the gentleman who brought up the Muslim training camps here in the USA. The FBI knows all about that.
Right.
But America has also...
May wrap this up by finally dealing with what's been going on, Donald Trump, and I deal with a questioner that claimed that the president was Muslim. Let me ask you the question this way: should a president's faith matter? Should your faith matter to voters?
Well, I guess it depends on what that faith is. If it's inconsistent with the values and principles of America, then of course it should matter. But if it fits within the realm of America and consistent with the Constitution, no problem.
So do you believe that Islam is consistent with the Constitution?
No, I don't. I do not. I would not advocate that we put a Muslim in charge of this nation. I absolutely would not agree with that.
And would you ever consider voting for a Muslim for Congress?
Congress is a different story, but it depends on who that Muslim is and what their policies are, just as it depends on what anybody else says, you know. And you know, if there's somebody who's of any faith, but they say things and their life has been consistent with things that will elevate this nation and make it possible for everybody to succeed and bring peace and harmony, then I'm with them.
Now, Carson said in his remarks on Sunday on Meet the Press he would not support a Muslim for president. And then Carly Fiorina comes out and says, oh, but the Constitution says there will be no litmus test. And even Ted Cruz, the Constitution says there'll be no litmus test. Where in Hades did Mr. Carson ever say that constitutionally it should be prevented? He didn't say that. He just said, well, I wouldn't support one. Ditto. You know, come on, folks. Give us a break here. He's not saying I'm going to lock them all up and throw away the key. He's just saying he wouldn't vote for one. 9:15, you're up next. You're on the air on Top Story.
Hey, good morning, Bill. This makes me mad and also scared to death. We got a Muzzy leader in this country telling a presidential candidate that he should resign because of what he said. I mean, it is against the Constitution. They have Sharia law. We do not. I don't know what's going on with his people.
That's what Carson said, that if someone actually would say, I will follow the Constitution, then they have to denounce their religious faith.
Exactly. And then Carly to back up the Muzzies? Come on.
I'm very nervous about the change of our culture. There are a lot of people that I have run into, and I would say that it's running 90... I had one person. So I'm going to say it's running at 99% against bringing in all these refugees. And the number one thing that I've heard from people is that I don't want to see our culture changed. I don't want to see this threat come into our area, this threat come into the Magic Valley, this threat come into Idaho. That's the number one thing I'm hearing people say. I don't want to see our culture change from a Western environment and have all these different personalities, all these different things happening in our school systems, etc. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Shahram Hadian is a former Muslim, now Christian pastor. Born in Iran, he lives in Washington and says he's visiting the Gem State to preach about something very important.
I believe the refugee program, the resettlement program needs to be halted. So what I said was I believe that immigration, lawful immigration, needs to be limited particularly from Muslim countries.
Cameras weren't allowed inside during his presentation, but it was a full house inside Filer's Canyon View Baptist Church.
Yes, good morning, Bill. I don't think there are a lot of people who are aware of the fact that bringing all these foreigners in, especially that bunch that Kerry is proposing to bring in, they're going to come here, they will eventually overpopulate, and we're going to be conquered by the sheer numbers of those overpopulated people.
Well, there's a story out at National Review I saw this morning. U.S. immigrant population hits record high of 42.4 million, and it's almost a match. The number of immigrants now living in America almost matches that of 1910, during the big industrial age boom, when we had immigrants coming in from Italy and Poland and Slovakia and what's now the Czech Republic and all of these various places. We have not seen levels of immigrants in over 100 years like this that we're currently dealing with. The difference was all of those immigrants in 1910 could come here and they could go to work in all of the factories which were desperately in need of workers. That doesn't exist here any longer.
And my biggest fear is, and let's call it out, let's put it on the line, my biggest fear is little by little, inch by inch, and creeping into each and every neighborhood with the infiltration of this refugee program. If there's a call to arms, I'm scared.
I'm putting the people on notice that are coming here from Syria as part of this mass migration, that if I win, they're going back. They're going back. I'm telling you. They're going back. Because, military tactics are very interesting. This could be one of the great tactical ploys of all time. A 200,000-man army, maybe. Or if you said 50,000 or 80,000 or 100,000, we got problems. And that could be possible. I don't know that it is, but it could be possible. So they're going back. They're going back. I'm just telling them. So if they come, that's great. And if I lose, I guess they're staying. But if I win, they're going back. And I know a lot of people would say, oh, that's not nice. We can't afford to be nice. We're taking care of the whole world. We're losing our shirts on everything we do. Everything we do.